It's Nyce, and I'm here to speak up. It's time to speak up. Hello, everyone. My name is Nyce, and this is my podcast, Speak Up. Hope you guys are all having a great week so far and a happy new year. We made it to 2024. I'm super excited. For those of you that don't know, the mission statement for this podcast is we'll use our voices to motivate people to overcome life's challenges through self-love and respect. So this is a place for self-love and respect. I got some dope guests on here, so I'm excited to have these deep discussions. Before I get started, a quick shout out to my amazing sponsors. Shout out to My Bar, located at 720 East Manchester in Inglewood, California. Get your nails, your lashes, your hair done. Ask for mine. Tell them that SpeakUpJV sent you. The Instagram is at nyy.bar. And also a shout out to the Event Wellness LLC. Book now with the Event Wellness LLC for massage therapy, non-invasive body contouring, and health and wellness events. Ask for Michelle. Book now at the Event Wellness. So yeah, tap me and support a Black business today. I'm excited for tonight's episode. It's actually my first guest of the year. You know, I got an artist and songwriter. Y'all give it up for D So Nyce. Hey.
Hey, appreciate you for having me on.
Yes, welcome to SpeakUpJV. How's the new year going for you so far?
It's going good. I'm already getting stuff off. This is my first interview of the year as well, so I'm getting it started. We off on a good run.
Oh, you picked a good one. I'm excited for tonight's discussion. It goes with everything. Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Chicagoland, so Chicago and the suburbs. Been making music for a decade plus. Just really been trying to find myself as far as an artist, and I think I've been finding my sound and getting my groove. So just hoping to expand my horizons as you see me being on this interview with you. I got 2 sons. I'm expecting one, so probably the next few weeks.
Congrats.
So thank you.
Oh, that's amazing. And what got you started with music?
Just growing up around it, just sports and music was just the 2 things I was always doing. And once I stopped playing sports, it just gravitated more and more towards music.
Mm-hmm.
And just BET.
Yeah,
growing up, the first thing I turn on cartoons in the morning, BET when I got home after school. So it just always like that.
I love it. And you know, and you mentioned you're a songwriter as well. What do you like better? You like performing, or do you like being behind the scenes and writing music?
As of late, I like performing because I like to see the reaction of the songs that I'm writing, and to see what works and what don't works and what crowd like what, and just going off like the crowd feel, and then getting off a stage and people liking the music and coming up to you is pretty nice.
I bet. I wonder how that feels to be on stage. So, like, how would you describe your music style? So, somebody who never heard one of your songs, how would you describe it?
Smooth. So I go by the smooth operator. So I like to keep that vibe and just, vibey, groovy. Trying to venture into some neo rap. Try to make my own little genre of certain sounds. But I like to tap into my hip hop side too, like pure hip hop lyricists as well. Trap. I like to dabble in everything, but my main focus is the smooth stuff.
Smooth. I mean, hey, we need that going into 2024. Most definitely. So, what is something that you would like your audience to take from your music? Like, what's your message you're trying to deliver when you're making music?
I like them to take that I'm not scared to try things with my sound. Like, it's still gonna be me, but I also want to expand as an artist. I don't want to just be a one trick pony, as some would say. I like to go by, I don't want to be told no. Like, so if I'm reaching out to somebody with my music and they say, well, it's not a perfect fit for this, it's not a perfect fit for that, I don't like that. So I try to make sure my music is for everybody.
I love that, with a wide range. Okay, that's exciting. Any upcoming projects?
I'm working on my album. So I released last year the Ruby tape, and at the end of 2022, the Sapphire tape. like to consider myself dropping gems. So I'm keeping it going with the Diamond Tape, which will be my full length album sometime later this year.
And what's your favorite track off your previous album? Like, I mean, why?
My favorite track will probably be, it's called Pimp Hard. I had got inspired from 8Ball and MJG's Pimp Hard. So I
Okay.
wanted to remake my own version featuring my boy New Karma. What's up, boy? It's a smooth track, but it's up tempo. You could dance to. I feel like you can play it in the club as well. So it's one of my favorite tracks.
I love that. Make sure y'all tap in with it. I have to check that one out as well. Yes. Okay, great. Well, welcome to the platform. We're gonna have a nice discussion. Tonight's episode is titled Fresh. So we are going to be talking about fresh starts going into the new year. Y'all know this is a place for self-love and inner peace, and I like to have my guests open up. So we'll be talking about fresh starts and what does that mean. So tonight's accept question. So if you out there listening, please comment on. I always go back and read the comments. So the actual question of the day is, do you like or dislike fresh starts? I'm gonna go ahead and go first. I love fresh starts. Honestly, it's nothing like a clean slate. Mental clarity, letting go of the baggage that you was holding on to, and then the previous chapter. I honestly like them. Some people are scared of them, but I'm not afraid of fresh starts. What about you, Nyce?
Yeah, no, for
You so
sure.
nice. Sorry. Yeah.
My whole, no, you're okay. My whole brand and persona musically was a whole fresh start. I started off as known as D1, and I was in a group called the Animaniacs, aka Melodic Music. So just took a hiatus for a while after that, and came back with D So Nyce, solo artist, smooth operator, and just all the ideas start clicking. Everything I want to see for myself, I started applying it, and hey, it was a fresh start for me. So it was great.
And I love how you you made a, what sort of news? You took the change of your name serious too, because I think like it goes with the whole rebranding and stuff. Like going into this too, let's talk about saying the new year, new me, and actually acting on it. Like how many of us have said that whole new year, new me, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but we never acted on what we said we're gonna do. So I love how you rebranded yourself and you took that as a chance to evolve and push forward. So that's dope. Already dropping the gems on here. And I think it's important, y'all, get the most out of your fresh starts. I think we dwell so much on why are we in a fresh start, and I could have did this differently in the last chapter. Okay, do that now going forward. I think with a new mindset, it helps you push forward. So how do you utilize fresh starts?
Just always being open to opinions as well too. Like if I was always closed off in my previous chapter, maybe the next chapter I want to be more open and more receptive to different things. That's why I got I want to try new things with my sound as well. That's considered a fresh start. Like even though it's smooth, I want little sub genres of what I'm doing as well. So like I said, I just want to try everything. And that's part of my fresh start.
And like with previous albums, do you ever like listen to an old album and think, on my next album, I'm gonna change this up? Like do you ever learn from your albums, like your
Oh
previous
yeah, for
albums?
sure. The first two was just like, I'll be honest, they were thrown together. I had so many songs that I had stockpiled. I just was like, it's time to put out a project. Like up until 2021, 22, I didn't have any projects out. I just was singles, videos. So the last couple years, I put it to myself, I'm gonna put out a couple projects, see how that go. Got some good reception from that. So I want to keep it going as well as pushing singles and projects, videos, mixtapes. I want to do it all. So I feel like this time though, I want to, with a full length album, I want to show more of my vulnerability and have the songs more so relate more than just throwing together a bunch of songs.
I mean, honestly, that's the real creativity and real art of music, I think, is the vulnerability. So I love that you're challenging yourself and pushing yourself to that next level. Oh, I know that's gonna sound dope. I want to say, y'all too, don't take the baggage with you. I think we have to let go of like the self-doubt behaviors in our fresh start, because how we gonna embrace the fresh start if we still have those old behaviors from the previous? So just like you just said, you want to like now take the next chapter and go into more of vulnerability state. So I love that. It is now time for the tweet up segment. See, I know I like to be on Twitter. I guess they call it X, but I still call it Twitter. So, something that I tweeted this week that goes with tonight's episode is fresh starts are empowering. So, like I said, y'all, it's all about mindset and rewiring how you see. I always say this: every day is a new opportunity. Even when I had a challenging day the day before, the next day always gives me that hope and that motivating feeling. Use those fresh starts as that reason to evolve. So, have you ever had a life-changing fresh start? If so, how did you pivot through it?
Yeah, like when I was in the group starting, that was like 2017.
Mhm,
Um, it was rough for me. No, it wasn't 2017. 2015. I had my first son, so it
mm,
was life changing for me. I was about to be a parent. I was staying with my parents at the time, with my child's mother,
mhm.
and they were the owner of their house was selling the house, so they had to find somewhere to live, and so we also had to find somewhere to live. So it was just tough for me, and I ultimately like fell back from doing music, trying to focus on life. And then like once I got my stuff together and started realizing like, you know what, I can buckle down, do both, take care of everything I need to, and pursue my music. That's when I had my first start.
Oh wow, I love that. And then look at you now, already ready with the gems to drop
For
for
sure.
the music. I like to write poetry, and honestly, I feel like my best poems come from like life experiences, like things I've
Mhm.
endured and felt. So it's like, I mean, same with music writing, right? So
Yeah, no, for sure.
that's great. Thanks for sharing that part of your story.
No problem.
So, what artists would you like to collab with in the future? Manifest it.
Currency and Larry June.
Okay, that's a good. Okay, that's a
Yeah,
good catalog. Because we went through some
yeah,
West
no,
Coast
for sure.
there.
Yeah, no, that's definitely that's the lane I'm going for. But like I said, I want to do everything, but them two for sure. First two.
Ooh, what's your favorite Larry June song?
Probably Organic Love.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll probably say that.
okay, all right. Well, look, if they listen out there, look, throw 'em on the record with y'all.
For sure, I'm ready.
And I want to say this to you guys. Sometimes fresh starts involve fresh environments. So I mean, how many of us left a few people out in the previous years? Your environment really determines a lot, whether it's the people you're with, what you see, who you're around. I think we have to really take the time to really self reflect on who we're giving our time and energy to. That's going to elevate us ultimately. So, surround yourself with some Larry Junes and some
Mhm.
currencies and get through. So, in your opinion, what is your most passionate song and why?
Um, this is a song I released in 21, I think. It's called Cradle to the Grave.
Mhm.
Um, my uncle had was going through some problems or whatever, and he ultimately passed. So I was
I hear that.
like
Mhm.
just channeling stuff at that time, emotional. And then the song just came to me. It's one of my mom's favorite songs. So put that on the album. She'd be like, "Why you ain't put that out on the album?" Yeah, I'm waiting for the album. I'm gonna put it on because it's an
Mhm.
album song. So yeah, I say Cradle to the Grave.
I love that. And it's crazy how music could be healing. The
Mhm,
fact it was your mom's favorite song on there.
mhm.
Thanks for sharing that. Sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, okay, yeah. So so far what I'm already getting from you is that you would do put a lot into your music, time and energy and that passion. So that's very important. Love it. So it is
Thank
now time for the life up segment. So the life up segment is when I take the current topic I related to a problem in today's world. So tonight's life up is complaining about fresh starts and not looking at the big picture when it comes to fresh starts. So we see this all the time. Some happen, some like they're like you get stuck in that stagnant energy versus seeing, okay, what can I do about what is presented to me? And I think ultimately we have to think of what we do have, what opportunities and what resources we do have versus what we don't have. And I went to a seminar at BeautyCon one day, and one of the speakers said, "Start with what you got." And sometimes it really goes to that. Like you might not have much, but you really use what you got to get more. So I don't know. That's helped me get through life. Any thoughts on that? On like starting with what you have or anything?
like So I've noticed myself lately. I will look at others
Hmm.
and see what they're accomplishing, and I wouldn't call it envy, but I would say I can see that it's accomplishable. Like I can get there myself. So I just set those goals because I'm seeing people close to me accomplish different things as well. And from where I started, like I said, I'm in a group. I'm not an individual, not showing no personality really. Had a rebrand,
Hmm.
became myself, found myself, and I actually have people that listen to me or that what I mean, show up to my shows. People support. So it's like it's crazy to see and to know that if I just keep going with the passion and being original and being true to myself, it can keep going and going and going.
Mm. I love that. And I wouldn't say the word envy for what you just said. I think you're more inspired.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
for
it's
sure.
like, yeah. Yeah, I feel like it definitely wasn't envy. No, and I think too, like, and I think that goes with what we were talking about with environments. You know, you want people, I mean, I want people around me that I can look up to and be like, shoot, you know, so I like that that you took the time to like learn from those people around you and you're like I could do this too, like that's good. So what advice would you give to an upcoming songwriter?
Try it. Just like I've noticed, like I'll write a song and then I'll be like, oh, I like it when I wrote it, but then when I go to the studio, I don't like it. Just
Mm,
see if the idea in your head or what you write down actually comes out. And if you try to fix it and it still don't work, then all right, move on. But I wouldn't give up on any ideas that you come up with because you never know what the song that you don't like, everybody else will like.
mhm. That's
Like
so
I
true.
noticed that too. So just trust yourself, trust what you're writing, and just practice it.
Yeah, you never know who it relates to it,
No, for sure.
the message and the pain you're putting out there.
I had a song, one of my songs called Number Two. A guy I was doing a photo shoot with, he was, man, I love that song, man. Remind me of my last marriage, man. It was like, I was like, man, that's crazy because that song ain't got nothing to do with marriage. It's a toxic song.
Well,
Just like, okay, well, he related to it, so that's cool. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
That's a toxic song. I love it. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. Y'all just do it. Just
Yeah,
put yourself out there. And I feel like too, like it's never no right time to start anything. Like we're never like they always say we're never fully prepared for
nope, for
anything.
sure.
So just do it. And going off of that too, we will experience many fresh starts in our life. I think fresh starts need to be normalized. I think if we think things are just supposed to stay the same, even when you're elevated, it's gonna be a new fresh start. You might get the blessing that you've been praying for, but it's gonna require a different version of you when you finally do get that. That's a fresh start in itself. So in the day, you guys don't be afraid of them. It is now time for the drink up segment. If I can find my little button. So if you're listening out there, please drink some water. And I have a water fact for tonight. Oh, I need that sip of water. Oh my goodness.
I ain't got my water with me.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, he got his water, y'all. Tonight's drink up fact is water prevents kidney damage. The kidneys regulate fluid in the body. Emphasis, I can say that word. Water can lead to kidney stones and other problems. So drink your water, you guys. Let's prevent kidney stones. I know it's still cold outside, but please stay hydrated. That's the time people actually drink the least amount of water. So drink your water, you guys. So back to the episode. Always have a direction when it comes to fresh starts. So I'm very big. I talk about this every episode. I'm very big on goal setting and direction. We're gonna have pauses, we're gonna have stops, but as long as you got directions, you're gonna stay on some type of path. I don't care if it's half a step forward, you still moving in a certain direction. You know, like they said on the worst like Nipsey said, on a mission, your worst enemy is idle time. So let's not let the idle time take advantage of us. So what's your favorite goal setting method?
Um, I've been getting better at setting goals for myself and accomplish. So I will possibly set one big goal that I know I want to do, or at least work towards, and a whole bunch of little things like so many amount of shows this month, so many interviews this month, videos, photo shoots,
Mhm.
just networking. And then when a big goal, when I've saved up to invest in myself, then I'm like, there we go. So I've just learned that when you invest in yourself, it does pay off. So don't think that you're wasting what you invest in, because the results aren't instant, but it's constant. You got to keep doing it. You can't invest in yourself one time. Oh, I didn't get 1 million views or something. It's not like that.
Oh, that was a message I needed to hear today. Like, invest in yourself. Because I think sometimes we feel guilty when we invest in ourselves. Like, the thing about it's easier to help someone else. Like, if your loved one needed something, you'll do it. Well, for yourself, it's like, why do we hold back when it comes to ourselves? So thank you. I'm going to take that message too. Pour into yourself, y'all, in 2024. Let's do this.
Yeah.
That was a good one, by the way. It is now time for the Poet Up segment. See, I know I like to write poetry, so I'm going to share a quote or two from one of my poems. This keeps me accountable to writing. So this comes from one of my poems called Resilient. So I defeat the twists and turns in the tornadoes that come my way. I bounce back before I bounce backwards. I seek success becoming my reality. I feel prosperity becoming my new path. So that was something short and sweet, and it goes with tonight's episode. Since we're talking about success and fresh starts or whatever. Now back to the episode. It is now time for the show up segment. So, how did I show up for myself this week? And if you're out there listening, please type, how did y'all show up for yourself this week? How did I show up for myself this week? I showed up for myself this week by, doing what I say I was going to do. I had like a lot of things planned out, and I did every single goal that I was going to do. So I'm proud of myself for that. Like, it was nothing I missed. So that's how I showed up. So how did you show up for yourself this week?
I showed up for myself. Well, it's cold out here, so I'll be up. I showed up for myself by getting up, going out in that cold, and having to go do what I gotta do. But yeah, I showed up for myself this, especially after the holiday. Going back to work Tuesday. Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, that's a different type of code. I ain't ready for it. So look, I give you props for that. That's a big one.
It ain't no snow on the ground. It still feel like it is.
Oh no! Thanks for the heads up. I might be out there this month actually. So thanks for the heads up. Great. So I like to ask all my guests the fun question. So your fun question for tonight is: what is a song that you like that people would be shocked if they knew you liked it?
I'll go on my YouTube real quick. Let me see.
I'm curious. Like, I gotta hear this answer.
Let me see what I listen to.
Like, what's that? One weird song, like random song?
Probably Boosie Collins, "Munchies for Your Love."
There we go. Look, y'all.
And my cousin, it's a funny story. My cousin put me on it. Well, I know Boosie Collins is, but I never really listened to him. For some reason, he got a cassette tape of Boosie Collins.
Oh.
Because he still got an older car, could play a cassette tape that he listens to it sometimes. Okay. So he was listening to it, and I guess he heard, hey, bro, you need to sample this "Munchies for My Love." So I'm like, hold on, I ain't heard it. I went and listened to it. I played it. I was playing it back to back so many times. Like, it's just so smooth. He was coked up, making some of the best music in the world.
Let me go with your style, huh? That smooth style.
Oh yeah, let me hit up our producers and see if we can flip this somehow.
There we go. Look, okay. Look, it's all an art. Great answer. It is now time for the wrap-up segment. So how does this relate to self-love? Self-love is loving yourself enough to utilize the fresh starts in your life. Let's be gentle to ourselves. Let's be kind to ourselves. Let's be optimistic. Let's take ourselves to the next level. I feel like self-love is a part of self-love is progressing yourself, taking those steps to do so. So how do you practice self-love?
Just make sure to remind myself I'm doing good, because
there we go.
When stuff gets slow, you start thinking that you're not doing enough, and social media will compound that, making you think you're not doing stuff, because every post is somebody doing something. So you just gotta, like, I made a post on X or Twitter the other day when I said I'm just reflecting on all the seeds I planted in 2023.
There we go.
I'm gonna watch them grow. No matter how long it takes them to grow, they're gonna grow because I planted them. So I'm just just show yourself love. Just know you're doing a good job. You get up every day. You dedicate to what you do. You're doing a good job.
I like the positive self-talk and reminding yourself to be still. I like that. Yeah, the hard work will pay off. So great answer, by the way.
Right.
So I like to ask all my guests this question. So I'm gonna ask you, what do you want to be remembered for?
Man, I'm gonna say I want to be. So Tink went to my high school.
Okay.
I want to be bigger. The biggest person that came from my town,
Bigger than okay.
city, high school, all that type of stuff. I want to know that, okay, show my younger self. I want to do it for my younger self because I always was timid and shy with my music, never really expressed myself until I got older. So I just want to always look back and say that I did it for my younger self to prove that we was still at it, and look where we at now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Great answer. Like you want to be bigger.
I'm gonna be big. Probably not whatever social media or whatever, but if I got my fans for decades plus, like Currency and like Larry June got, hey, I'll be content.
It's definitely happening. I love it. Put it out there. And remember, you guys, have grace with yourself in the fresh start. So yeah, 2024 just started. Yes, have that healthy pressure, but we're not saying stress yourself out over the fresh start. Some of our new year might start kind of slow. And that's okay if you being still at this moment. We all in different chapters of our life right now. So do the best that you can do in your chat. I actually did an episode last week about doing your best, or the week before that. But remember, y'all, do your best with what you can do. And remember, look forward, not back. We in 2024. It don't matter what happened back in 2020. I don't want through my 2020, but 2024. Sorry, this is where we are. And stay focused on what you really want. I think having our eye on the prize ultimately is going to help us do the fresh start and make us want to utilize it anyway. It was a pleasure having you on this platform. Can you shout your information out? Where can we find you and your music?
Yeah, I appreciate you having me. It was great. So you can find me on every social media platform at DSO_NYCE. D so nice. All of my Ruby tape, Sapphire tape, Waiting to Inhale projects are all online. Videos up for number 2, Cradle to the Grave. All the songs I talked about. Shooting videos this year. I said I wanted to shoot videos to dang near all the songs off my last project, so we're gonna try to make that happen this year.
Look, you putting it all out there. Make sure y'all tap in with his content. Look, big things coming in 2024. He's so nice is utilizing the fresh start. Look, I heard that. I appreciate it. Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
I said we off and running.
Up and running. There we go. Let's make January count. It's my birthday month too. Look, we're gonna make this count.
There you go. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Look, we're gonna put it out there. I appreciate you guys tapping in to the 32nd episode of the newest segment, SpeakUpJV Now. Make sure y'all follow on Instagram at SpeakUpJV, Twitter at SpeakUpJV. My personal is at Vernice. That's V as in Victor, ERNISE. I'll be back with a new episode, but before I go, quick shout out to my amazing sponsors. Shout out to my bar located at 720 East Manchester, Inglewood, California. Get your nails, your lashes, your hair done. Ask for mine. Tell them that SpeakUpJV sent you. The Instagram is at nyy.bar. And also shout out to the Event Wellness LLC. Book now with the Event Wellness LLC for massage therapy, non-invasive body contouring, and health and wellness events. Ask for Michelle. Book now at the Event Wellness. I'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a great start to y'all year. All right, y'all.